Good morning, students. So the next topic is trigonometric function. Right? So we know that sine 2n pi plus theta is equal to sine theta where n belongs to z. Second is for cos function 2n pi plus theta is equal to cos theta, because after completing the one revolution the 2n pi plus theta comes in the first quadrant. And one more thing is that if theta value is 0, plus or minus pi, plus or minus 2 pi and so on, then sine theta gives the value 0. And if theta is equal to pi by 2 or plus or minus 3 pi by 2, right? So cos theta gives the value 0, right? One more thing, to find the zeros of cos function, cos theta equal to 0 where theta is equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2, where n is any of the integer. And in 11th standard, in lower classes, we have already learned identity that sine square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta. Then 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. Right? Next topic is sign of the trigonometric function in the different quadrants. So this is your first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. In first quadrant, that is 0 to pi by 2, then pi, here it is 3 pi by 2, and here after completing one revolution you will get 2 pi. Right? So in the first quadrant, the range of theta is from 0 to pi by 2. All the trigonometric functions are positive, and so the theta is 0 less than theta less than pi by 2. All the trigonometric functions are positive in the first quadrant. Second quadrant is pi by 2 less than theta less than pi. Right? So this is more than 90 less than 180. So here we will write 90 plus theta and 180 minus theta. So in this quadrant only sine function, sine theta and cosec theta, they are positive. Other trigonometric functions are negative. Now third quadrant is pi less than theta less than 3 pi by 2. Right? So here you can see it is more than 180 less than 3 pi by 2. 3 pi by 2 means 270 degree. So here we can write it is 180 plus theta and 270 minus theta. Right? So here the two functions which are positive is tan theta and cot theta. Other trigonometric functions are negative for the third quadrant. Coming to fourth quadrant, it is 3 pi by 2 less than theta less than 2 pi. Right? So that is 270 plus theta and 360 minus theta. Right? More than 270 less than 360. So in this quadrant only two functions that are positive is cos theta and sec theta. Other trigonometric functions are negative. Right? So this you have to remember the sign of the trigonometric functions in the different quadrant, and then we'll discuss the range and domain of the trigonometric functions. So here are the trigonometric functions: sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, cot theta, sec theta and cosec theta. So domain of sine theta is R, range is from -1 to 1. For cos theta it is R, range is again from -1 to 1. Tan theta is R, where theta should not be equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2, and range is R. Cot theta, for cot theta it is R only, but theta, here we will write theta belongs to R and theta value is not equal to n pi, and n belongs to Z. The range is R. For sec theta, it is theta belongs to R, but theta should not be equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2. Right? And here also n belongs to Z. For cosec theta, cosec theta, theta belongs to r, theta should not be equal to n pi, and n belongs to z. Range for this is both sec theta and cosec is r minus open interval minus 1 to 1, right? So this you have to learn, right? Next thing which we have to discuss is about the even and odd function. So function, what is even function? So function f of x is said to be an even function if f of minus x is equal to f of x for all x is in its domain, right? And for example, cos of x is even function. Why? Because cos of minus x will give you cos of x. So we say that cos function is even function. Now what is odd function? So for odd function, the function is said to be odd function if f of minus x gives the value minus of x for all the x in its domain. And we know that sine function is odd function. Sine is odd function, right? So this also you have to remember that sine of minus x gives minus of sine x. So cos and sec, they are the even function, while sine, cosec, tan, cot, they are the odd function, right? Now we will start our exercise 3.2. So exercise 3.2, in that first sum is cos of x equal to minus 1 by 2 and x is lying in the third quadrant, right? And we have to find the other 5 trigonometric functions value. So here it is given that cos of x equal to minus 1 by 2 and x is lying in the third quadrant, right? So first we'll find all the trigonometric functions value, different trigonometric functions value, that is sine, cosec, sec, tan and cot. So you can use the triangle method that you have already learned in the 10th standard, or you can use the identity that sine of x is what? It is under root of 1 minus cos square x, right? So you will get under root of 1 minus, what is the value of cos of x? It is 1 by 2. So under root of 1 minus 1 by 2 the whole square is 1 by 4, right? Take the LCM, so you will get under 1 in minus 1 by 4 is what? It is 3 by 4. That you will get the answer as root 3 by 2, right? But it is in the third quadrant, and we know that in the third quadrant, that is the range from pi to 3 pi by 2. There the cos function is negative, so here we will put a minus sign. So we get the sine x value as minus root 3 by 2. Okay. Next is to find the cosec. Cosec x is what? It is 1 upon sine of x, reciprocal, right? So here we will get minus 2 upon root 3. Then it is sec of x. It is 1 upon cos of x. So again you will get the answer as minus 2. Because in the third quadrant only the tan and the cot functions are positive, other all are negative. Next is tan of x. Tan of x we can write as sin x upon cos of x, right? Sin x is what? It is minus root 3 by 2 upon minus 1 by 2. So we get answer as root 3. See here minus minus will make this term as positive. 2 is cancel and you get answer as root 3. Same way cot of x is what? It is 1 upon tan x. So 1 upon root 3. Right, so here you can see tan and cot function, we are getting the answer with plus sign, other all the trigonometric functions are negative. Similarly, you can solve question number 2, 3, 4 and 5 of exercise 3.2. Now next question is to find the value of the trigonometric function in the exercise 6 to 10. So the first question in that is sine of 765 degree. So sine 765 degree, we have to find the value sine 765 degree, right? So first we'll split this 765. 765 can be written as 720 plus 45 degree, right? 720 is what? It is, we have to write in the multiple of pi by 2 or as a multiple of pi. So here you know that 4 into 180 is 720 plus 5. So this we will write as 4 pi plus 45 degree, right? 4 pi plus 45 degree, see, this is 0 degree, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2. So after completing one revolution, you will come here and you will get 2 pi. Then here it is 3 pi and over here it will come 4 pi. That means that 765 degree is lying in first quadrant, right? So for first quadrant, we know that all the trigonometric functions are positive. So we'll write that 765 degree lies in first quadrant. That means we can write this 765 degree sine as sine of 4 pi plus 45 degree. 4 pi plus 45 degree, the function will have a positive sign. So sine 45 degree is 1 by root 2. Understood? Now we'll do one next question, that is question number 7 is cosec of minus 1410 degree, 1410 degree. Now before starting this sum, we should know that cosec function is odd function, right? So I can write this as minus of cosec 1410 degree, that is minus cosec. Now we have to split this 1410 degree is a multiple of 180. So I can write 3 into 180 minus 30 degree. Check the answer, that you will get as 1410 degree. That is equal to minus cosec. We can write it as 3 pi minus theta, that is the 30 degree. Now again 3 pi minus theta, it is coming in the second quadrant and there it will come in the fourth quadrant and there the function is negative, right? See, 0, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2. After completing one revolution, you will come 2 pi, here it is 3 pi. So 3 pi minus, here will get as minus of minus 30 degree, right? And that is equal to cosec 30 degree. Cosec 30 degree is how much? It is 2. So you get the answer, the value is 2. Next question is 19 pi by 3. So we can write 19 pi by 3 is what? We can split it as 6 pi plus pi by 3. Right? 6 3s are 18 plus pi will give you 19 pi by 3. So 19 pi by 3, it is lying in the first quadrant. So here we'll write 10 pi by 3 and we know the value of 10 pi by 3 is root 3. Next question is cot of minus 15 pi by 4. So now cot function is odd function, right? So we can take that minus sign out, cot 15 pi by 4, right? That I can write it as minus cot 4 pi minus pi by 4. But it is lying in the fourth quadrant. So here we'll get minus of minus cot pi by 4. Minus minus is plus cot pi by 4 and cot pi by 4 has a value 1. So you get the value for this is 1. Okay. Now we will start our exercise 3.3. So exercise 3.3, in that first sum is sin square pi by 6 plus cos square pi by 3 minus tan square pi by 4 equal to minus 1 by 2. So this we have to prove that the value of this sin square pi by 6 plus cos square pi by 3 minus tan square pi by 4 is minus 1 by 2. LHS is sin square pi by 6 plus cos square pi by 3 minus tan square pi by 4. Now sin square pi by 6 means the degree is 30 degree. 180 divided by 6 gives 30 degree, right? Same way pi by 3 means 180 divided by 3 will give you 60 degree. And tan square pi by 4, again 180 divided by 4, the answer is 45 degree. Now sin square 30 is 1 by 2 the whole square plus cos 30 is cos 60 is 1 by 2 the whole square minus tan 45 is 1 the whole square. So 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 minus 1. Take the LCM. 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 is 1 by 2 minus 1. So your answer is minus 1 by 2. Next question is cot square pi by 6 plus cosec 5 pi by 6 plus 3 tan square pi by 6, and we have to prove that the value is 6. So take LHS first. LHS side is cot square pi by 6. Cot square pi by 6 is 30 degree plus cosec 5 pi by 6. So for cosec we can write this 5 pi by 6. According to the quadrant it is pi minus pi by 6. That is the second quadrant. Plus 3 tan square pi by 6. So tan square pi by 6 again 30 degree. Cot square cot 30 degree is root 3 the whole square plus cosec 5 pi by 6 second quadrant. So here we will write cosec pi by 6 because in that second quadrant sine and cosec functions are positive. So here we will put a plus sign. Plus 3 tan square 30 degree. Tan square 30 degree is 1 by root 3. So the whole square. Root 3 the whole square is 3. Cosec pi by 6 is 30 degree. Cosec 30 degree gives value 2 plus root 3 the whole square is 3. This 3 is cancelled with this 3. 3 plus 2 5. 5 plus 1 6. That is a RHS. Now we'll discuss the trigonometric functions of sum and different of two angles. That is the identity. This formula you have to learn. First is cos of x plus y. So cos of x plus y is cos x cos y minus sin x sin y. Then cos of x minus y is cos x cos y with plus sign sin x sin y. Sin of x plus y is sin x cos y plus cos x sin y. Sin of x minus y is same formula as we wrote for this sin of x plus y, but in between we have to put a minus sign. Sin x cos y minus cos x sin y. Next formula is for tan function. Tan of x plus y is tan x plus tan y upon 1 minus tan x into tan y. Tan of x minus y is tan x minus tan y upon 1 plus tan x into tan y. Cot of x plus y is cot x cot y minus 1 upon cot y plus cot x. Next formula is cot of x minus y is cot x cot y plus 1 upon cot y minus cot x. Then cos 2x. Cos 2x is cos square x minus sin square x. Next formula is 2 cos square x minus 1. 1 minus 2 sin square x. 1 minus tan square x upon 1 plus tan square x. Then sin 2x. Sin 2x is 2 sin x into cos x. Next is 2 tan x upon 1 plus tan square x. Tan 2x. Tan 2x is 2 tan x upon 1 minus tan square x. Now refer your textbook in that exercise 3.3 question number 6 is prove the following: cos of pi by 4 minus x into cos of pi by 4 minus y minus sin of pi by 4 minus x into sin of pi by 4 minus y is equal to sin of x plus y. Cos of pi by 4 minus x, cos of pi by 4 minus y minus sin of pi by 4 minus x into sin of pi by 4 minus y, and we have to prove it is equal to sin of x plus y. So you have to relate the second formula. It is cos cos minus sin sin. So you treat this x pi by 4 minus x as alpha. This is your beta. Again beta alpha, right? Alpha beta. Cos alpha cos beta minus sin alpha sin beta is cos of alpha plus beta. So cos of alpha plus beta, right? So now pi by 4 plus pi by 4 is pi by 2. Take minus sign common with x and y term. This is a complementary angle. Cos of pi by 2 minus theta, the function changes to sin theta. So your theta is your x plus y, and that is your RHS part. Next question is cos of pi plus x into cos of minus x upon sin of pi minus x into cos of pi by 2 plus x is equal to cot square x, right? So here we will be dealing with the quadrant wise. Cos pi plus theta, that is coming in the third quadrant, and third quadrant we know that tan and cot functions are positive, so this will give you minus cos x sin. Now cos of minus x, cos of minus x is even function, so we will write in place of that it is cos of x. Denominator part sin of pi minus x, second quadrant sin function positive, so in place of that you can write sin x. And cos pi by 2 plus theta, that is in the first quadrant. All the trigonometric functions are positive in the first quadrant, but it is a complementary angle, so this cos will be converted to sin function. Pi by 2 plus theta, that will come in the second quadrant, right? So that's why we are putting a minus sign. Now cos of cos will give you cos square with negative sign, and in denominator you will get sin square x with minus sign. Minus minus will make this term as positive. Cos x upon sin x, the whole square, is cot square x. That is your RHS. Similarly, you can solve question number 9, 10 of your textbook. We'll start with question number 11. So 11 question is cos of 3 pi by 2 plus x minus cos of 3 pi by 4 minus x. Here it is a 3 pi by 4, which is equal to minus root 2 sin x. So now we'll expand this cos of 3 pi by 4 plus x using a formula cos of x plus y. So that is cos of 3 pi by 4 into cos x minus sin 3 pi by 4 into sin x, then minus sign. Expand the second term also using the formula cos of x minus y. So cos of 3 pi by 4 cos x, then we'll put a plus sign, is sin 3 pi by 4 into sin x. Cos 3 pi by 4, 3 pi by 4 is pi minus pi by 4, right? And pi minus pi by 4, that is in the second quadrant, cos function negative. Here also for sin 3 pi by 4 you can write pi minus pi by 4 into sin x. Minus sign outside the bracket will change the sign of all the term of bracket. So here we'll get minus cos 3 pi by 4 into cos x minus sin 3 pi by 4 into sin x. So minus will give you 2 sin 3 pi by 4 into sin x. Now sin 3 pi by 4 we can write as pi minus pi by 4 into sin x. That is equal to 2 pi minus pi by 4 second quadrant, sin function positive. So in place of pi minus pi by 4 we can write sin pi by 4 into sin x. Pi by 4, sin pi by 4 is 1 by root 2 into sin x. And this 2 we can write as root 2 into root 2 upon root 2 into sin x. Root 2 is cancelled with one of the root 2 in the numerator, and you will get the answer as root 2 sin x with minus sign. Because here it is minus 3 sin pi by 4x minus sin 3 pi by minus plus, but we'll put a minus sign. Done. Question number 12. Next question is sin square 6x minus sin square 4x equal to sin 2x into sin 10x. So for this sum we'll use one formula, that is sin square a minus sin square b is equal to sin of a plus b into sin of a minus b. So here a is our 6x, b is 4x. So substitute the value of a as 6x and b as 4x, you will get the answer as sin of 6x plus 4x into sin of 6x minus 4x is sin 10x into sin 2x, RHS. Next question is cos square 2x is minus cos square 6x is equal to sin 4x into sin 8x. So LHS is cos square 2x minus cos square 6x. So in place of this cos 2x we have a formula in terms of sin, that is 1 minus sin square 2x minus, and this is 1 minus sin square 6x. So when you open the bracket, this 1 will be cancelled and we get sin square 6x minus sin square 2x. Again use the formula sin square a minus sin square b is sin a plus b, 6x plus 2x into sin a minus b, 6x minus 2x is sin 8x into sin 4x, RHS. Next question, cos 9x minus cos 5x upon sin 17x minus sin 3x is equal to minus sin 2x upon cos 10x. Prove that, right? So if you see the numerator part, it is cos minus cos, and we have a formula, cos minus cos is 2 cos sin, 2 sin cos, cos minus cos is minus 2 sin sin. So here I'll write the formula first, cos of x minus cos y is minus 2 sin x plus y divided by 2 into sin x minus y divided by 2, and for sin minus sin it is 2 cos sin. sin x minus sin y is 2 cos x plus y divided by 2 cos sin x minus y divided by 2. So using these two formula, we'll get the answer, that is your RHS part. So first we'll apply cos minus cos. Cos 9x minus cos 5x is cos 9x minus cos 5x upon sin 17x minus sin 3x is equal to minus 2 sin 9x plus 5x divided by 2. 9 plus 5 is 14. 14 divided by 2. So the answer is 7x into 9x minus 5x is 4. 4 divided by 2 is sin 2x upon sin minus sin is 2 cos sin. So 2 cos 17 plus 3 20. 20 divided by 2 is 10x into sin 17 minus 3 is 14. 14 divided by 2 is 7x. Sin 7x and 2 is cancelled. So we get minus of sin 2x upon cos 10x RHS. Next question is tan 4x equal to 4 tan x into 1 minus tan square x upon 1 minus 6 tan square x plus 10 raised to 4x. LHS is tan 4x. Tan 4x we can write as tan of 2x. Apply the formula tan 2 theta. Here I'll write the formula first. Tan 2 theta is what? It is 2 tan theta upon 1 minus tan square theta. So in place of theta, write 2x, right? So we get tan 2x upon 1 minus tan square 2x is equal to 2 into 2 tan x upon 1 minus tan square x whole upon 1 minus 2 tan x upon 1 minus tan square x the whole square. Take the LCM and simplify the term. So you'll get 4 tan x upon 1 minus tan square x into 1 minus tan square x the whole square upon 1 minus tan square x the whole square minus 4 tan square x. Right? Next step is this one of the term is cancelled and we are left with 4 tan x into 1 minus tan square x upon 1 minus 6 tan square x plus 10 raised to 4x, your RHS. So complete this exercise 3.3 in your fair book.